You're right, everyone. Yeah, things are all over the place at the moment. Yeah, I'm just having a walk around. Uh, yeah, I'm just going to go and have a sit down. That would have been fun. That would have been fun if I'd gone head first. If I'd gone head first. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And my name's Alan. I'm your host for this walkabout. Yeah, as I said, I was just gonna have a sit down for a short while, and have a quick drink, and we're going to decide where we're going to go. I know it's only early. It's early at the moment, and I haven't decided yet. So we'll see. Well, I'm just gonna have a guess anyway. So I just hope everybody's okay. So I'm just having a walk along the bus station. And I'm gonna have a sit down because no one's around, and I'm gonna have a nice drink of pop. I don't know, I'm just getting a little bit fed up really, to be truthful, because of all this crap that's happening. For that for a minute. Soon see. And hopefully my friend should be back soon. Unless they basically turned around and packed her stuff and sent her to Parkwood. You don't want to go to that place today, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible is Parkwood. It really is. Well, they call it a mental. Well, they call it a mental health unit, but it's not. The only time anybody comes out of there is when they go up the chimney. That's about it. Not a lot is known about Parkwood because it's not a, how can we put this? It's not a civilian hospital. Parkwood is what they call a military hospital. It's half and half. What happens there is experimental treatments for very violent people, but also it is also known for reprogramming. Yes, reprogramming does go on, and sometimes it does go a bit mad. So they have to keep them in there because if any of them got out, it'd be extremely dangerous to the general public. The staff, as I know of, sign a non-disclosure agreement, and staff who have said that they're going to say something about the place they basically, and they do try to say something, they end up disappearing. And well, shall we say, they are dealt with severely. So, you know, whatever you do, if anybody mentions that place to you, stay well away from that place. They do all sorts. Coercive control, mind reprogramming, behavioural reprogramming, it all goes on there. Yeah, not so good. It's not so good out here at the moment neither, because we're going parts of London, well, all of London has gone to a special stage 4, and to be truthful, if your job is therefore classed as non-essential, you have to stay home. And something else you've got to know: if you go from a tier 4 to a tier 3 area, excuse me, you have to isolate for 2 weeks in your tier 3 area. It's same with a tier 2 area. If you come from a tier 3 area, you still have to isolate for 2 weeks, 14 days. And if you're in a area 2, it's same again. It's the same amount of time in it between each areas, but on zone 4 areas, you're not even meant to leave the house unless it's medically necessary or your job requires it. Well, what we've got to be careful for, folks, is that we're going to have to make sure it doesn't get 1930, 1940 sort of Gestapo sort of thing, saying identity checks and stuff like that. But they are talking about another national lockdown again. Which is tier 4, which will be tier 4 nationally if this thing doesn't work. So, be ready, folks. They say that there might be problems at the channel, at the ports, which they're having problems with at the moment. Shops are going to run out of stuff. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I might have a walk up to Grimshire Park in a bit, see what it's like up there. I'm sat here at the moment drinking my pot. That's why I haven't got my mask on. So, yeah. I just hope everybody's alright. I'm just basically filling up my phone with videos. So I'll be back again shortly.